Morning to you. Good afternoon to you. Good evening to you from wherever you are joining us this evening. It is Mayegun Live. Happy Sunday to you too. Please read the caption of this broadcast, the description of this broadcast. Like it, share it, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell all of them that Mayegun today. Say it again. Mayegun today. But today, thanks so much for joining me once again from wherever you are tuning in tonight. It is Mayegun Live. And yes, happy Sunday or happy weekend to you, or happy new week to you, whichever one that works for you, right? Anyway, in the last few days, Aliko Dangote has been in the news. And he's been in the news for some economic sort of a reason, right? And he's been in the news as well, more or less like screaming for help. It's just that it is different when the supposed quota system billionaire is crying for help. His own kind of cry for help is never going to be compared to yours crying for help under the Tinubu. I was talking to to some of my friends this afternoon. And I said, do you know that until recently, we never used to see Dangote. We just hear about Dangote this, Dangote that. Especially if you grew up in the 90s, maybe in the 2000s as well. You just hear about Dangote, Dangote this, Dangote that. You will rarely see his face. You will rarely see him talk or anything because everything was fine. We know the story behind Dangote refinery, but it seemed like we probably didn't know the whole story. Dangote, who invested, according to the record now, who invested $20 billion in Nigeria. Yeah, okay, hang on, let's rephrase. They said Dangote refinery is worth $20 billion investment. There is over $9 billion of Nigeria money that was ferried into that. But let's leave that for now, okay? Dangote, as an investor, who happened to be like a Nigerian investor who invested that amount of money in that country, enjoys this, this special privilege that gives him this monopoly. Whatever Dangote is interested in, Dangote gets. And that is how some of us who grew up in Nigeria, that's how we sort of remember Dangote. Governments in Nigeria will formulate policies because of Dangote. to give birth to Dangote refinery. I'm sorry, Dangote cement. Ibeto cement had to die. There are many others there are many other businesses that has like a die for Dangote to be Dangote. So we kind of knew that. But you see, this last few months, it be like say things are not looking good for Alaji. Apart from those of us who have been exposing the connection of the rogues, the criminals in Nigeria, their connection to Dangote and Dangote refinery. In fact, a lot of us who knows their story very well knows that Dangote is just a front for the looters, ruiners, and the destroyers of Nigeria in the past, who have managed to siphon Nigeria money through different kind of Dangote invest this, Dangote invest that. That's those of us who are convinced. So Dangote is untouchable. So what changed? I think Tinubu happened. Remember that Nigeria borrowed $1.8 billion that they gave to Dangote as part of that 9 billion that they gave to Dangote, and they said it was to buy 20% stake in Dangote refinery, right? Then Dangote came back after the Tinubu's gang raided his headquarters in Lagos. A few days ago, Dangote came out and he said that Nigeria's 20.5% investment that they borrowed money for is now 7.4%. What happened to the 13.1% of the shares of the money? Some said it is the first bargaining chip in order to cut Tinubu into the deal of what Dangote conglomerate truly means. And like I said there 3 days ago, there is a crack. And that crack from within, you are about to kind of see it unravel. What's that crack? Dangote enjoys more or less like immunity from everything. When Bukwari shut the border of Nigeria, they didn't shut the border against Dangote. They say you get Dangote rice, but there is no Dangote farm where they are growing rice, right? So you see this dubious behind the scene kickback economy, this pseudo economy that they are running in Nigeria, milking Nigeria. It seemed that Tinubu is not settling for less. And Alaji is not going to, for the first time, facing what is called the backlash from the team of Tinubu, whose agenda right now is to get their own share from the past loot of Bukwari. Get their own share wherever they are. And it be like, say, Alaji, as it is now, is not going to have to keep quiet anymore. This is what happened. A regulatory body who was supposed to be the government agency regulating petroleum sector. Okay. So they said, he won't call Aliko Dangote. This your refinery is just 45% complete. Right? And we can't give you any license. So a lot of people were shocked that, so this guy no get license to sell his refined products after all of the lies they told you under Bukwari. Some people were shocked, like, how can you be building a refinery of 20 billion? You don't even get license. They said, no, license to build is different. When you finish building, now they have to test the product that is coming from what you have built. so that they can now say, okay, standard, go ahead. Regulatory agency then came out and said, Dangote that is complaining about no crude oil, about IOC, all of that are just nonsense. Let's be honest with you. It doesn't even have a refinery to refine that amount of crude oil, even if they give it to him. And Dangote was like, how could the government body say this about this huge investment? Like, Shibi, I told you 2 days ago, I said, the reason why you are seeing all of these reactions is because it is Dangote. Nobody they check him. They would say, Dangote. Yes, check him. Say, no, nobody they check Dangote. Oh, or somebody is doing that. It's not doing it for you as Nigerians. So Dangote was wondering, how could the government that is looking for investor go and do these huge damages? 3 days ago, when that guy said Dangote refinery is not ready, he was saying the truth. Okay? But he wasn't saying the whole truth. He further said that the product that Dangote is refining, when they check it, is substandard. That too, they believe that it shouldn't be said in public. Like you are an engineer who knows about crude oil, petroleum, blah, 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 right? That you should know that it is with time, it will get better, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of people started now suspecting that, especially the northern area that are already mad with Tinubu right now. So the northern area were like, it's Tinubu's work. Nobody they check Dangote. Nobody they question Dangote. Because of Dangote, that they change the economy policy in Nigeria. Because of Dangote, they move bills in the National Assembly because of his business and his interests. So why is this happening to him? Why is the government coming to tell us the truth? Why do they want us to actually know? Are they actually telling the truth? And so Dangote feel like, come on, we'll go scatter everything, Jerry. What is the point? If you could do this type of damages, we do not know what else you are planning. Dangote, where Tinubu appointed, when Dangote said Tinubu's policies will continue to kill businesses. I hope you remember that. Dangote said about 2 weeks ago, he said Tinubu's policies will kill businesses. He was talking about himself. Okay? He was talking about himself. That if Tinubu carry out the things he's about to carry out, it's going to affect him. It's going to affect his business. It's going to affect investors in Nigeria. And it's also going to affect any foreign investor, because who are the foreign investors going to probably talk to than those who are already there? So Dangote had to kind of push that narrative to see if Tinubu would mellow down. But people say they no mellow down. So they called him for the second time. Tinubu nominated him as a member of Economic Council. Economy nonsense. Okay? But behind the scene, what if one alajipa? And this also goes to those elites, Nigeria elites, who are done miscalculated. A lot of you felt like no matter how bad Nigeria is, Tinubu will make you will make some money under him. Tinubu only enrich his own ass lickers, his own loyalists. Have you not seen it? You will lose your businesses, you will lose your money, all those ones you've managed to rip Nigeria off, you will lose them. And Dangote is just the beginning. So the man don't get the memo. It feels like the government is no longer going to protect him, or is no longer protected. Dangote is no longer protected. No thanks to Tinubu. Dangote's interests, businesses are no longer protected by the powers that be anymore. Dangote is now free for all. You know what he's saying? Now he said he knows that a lot of people are saying that he's been a quota system billionaire. That Nigeria has been kind of like pardoning him and pardoning him. He's been enjoying that kind of patronage from any government, all governments in power. He said it's not true. It's a lie. This is Dangote now coming out fully now. I say, okay, if that's what you want to do, we never expected you people to go this far. Maybe I say, when all gloves are off now. So let's go to the ring. So Dangote is now saying when he chooses to build this refinery in Ogun State, and Amosun was asking him for $500 million. He didn't say it that way, but we know the story. So Amosun was asking him for $500 million if Dangote was to set up his refinery at Olokola, free trade zone, right? So since Amosun was not cooperating, Fashola was governor then. He met with Fashola. Fashola went straight to that Lekki that you see there, right? He said, just choose wherever you want. And after that, we never heard that Dangote paid $100 million. 150 billion naira to Fashola. And immediately Fashola collected the money. The owners of the land that Dangote built his refinery, the owners of the land, the villagers there, they chased them away. Fashola now went on and called all of the chiefs, some of them, and threatened them. If any of you try any nonsense, you don't collect money. So despite all of this, now the same Tinubu that Dangote once praised, that it was Tinubu's vision that brought the refinery to Lagos. It be like everything does scatter now. So Dangote is now asking that if una want destroy my business before we even enter markets, it is better we just tell Nigerians the truth then, everything that is going on. Can we just start testing all of the diesel, all the products that are being imported into Nigeria? Begin to test all of them in all filling stations and test the one that he is producing right now. So currently, Dangote refinery that was supposed to that has the capacity of 650,000 barrels every day. So currently, it is at just 45% pre-commissioning, they call it. Okay, it simply means 45% of it is not ready, but the test on the two of the plants, which can refine at least 25,000 barrels of crude oil. Do you know the distance? So you can practically say Dangote's refinery right now can only refine probably about 40,000 barrels of crude oil, but the main capacity is 650,000. We'll be see they never built the one we go refine the 650,000, okay? But they have not completed it. Talk less of them test running it. And then, over time, the product is, some said the product that has come from, nobody has shown us one. Oh, you get that now? The diesel or the whatever petrol that comes out of that place, they are not refined by him. Do you understand? So they haven't really shown us the full tanker of Dangote petrol, Dangote diesel. But of course, they have samples. And those who are testing it, they say, now sulfur, the reason why, for example, diesel is not always it's not highly inflammable like petrol, is because there's something inside it, the purity, including the sulfur inside it, it's a purity. So that machine must refine it until it is so pure that when they test it, it gets some certain amount of that sulfur they have to see to now say, this is good quality. So Dangote is saying that the quality of his own diesel from his plants is equal to the EV quality, the one we have in Europe. Clear. He's saying that the petrol and diesel they are importing to Nigeria all this while. This is Dangote. And I said, the petrol and diesel they've been importing to Nigeria, nobody go buy them for Europe. It's like saying they are just bringing you trash as products. That his own refinery would have been the best. So why would the regulatory body go and attack him that much, including attacking the product that come out of his... so it's now believed that it is coordinated. And if it is going to be the case, then maybe we should just enter market, all of us. So yesterday, the Speaker of House of Representatives, Abbas, was in Lagos at Dangote Refinery. Because as you are watching this now, man, I don't lie you. You know, Tinubu never say anything. As you are watching this, some of them in northern Nigeria, they believe that Tinubu has already started waging war against their elites, whether political or businessmen. You see that guy that is always the rival of Dangote, that Bua guy, the one that has his own cement, just doing almost the same thing like Dangote. The guy was building a refinery in Akwa Ibom. You don't abandon them. You know they do again. Do you understand? So Dangote is now saying the politicians in Nigeria, they are targeting him. Hey, Alaji. You're serious. He said they are targeting him. He said Nigeria, there are people who are richer than him, who have more money than him. They put their money in Dubai. They put all this stolen money everywhere. That this Nigeria, and he believed in Nigeria. He said he believed in Nigeria, and he has invested. He has shown that he believes in Nigeria. Alaji didn't complain. No. He said the politicians have looted. They should go and bring the money back. He was planning to build a refinery, then invest in Nigerian steel, so that Nigerian at least can go back into manufacturing steel again. And now he said, no, I'm not doing it again. You get there's no longer insurance for Alaji. Tinubu is now showing him that you either give me half of your entire, you either give me the half of entire thing you have benefited, or I will watch you lose everything. And Alaji is like, if that is the case, let's do it. Don't let anybody use any political correctness to deceive you. There is a serious fire on the mountain. But here is Dangote talking to the team of legislators that came to he's been in the media now. If Galaxy Television see Dangote now, he go grant you an interview. Every day now, he's like fighting for his life. From him yesterday.
Well, whatever we do, we add value. We are not an assembly plant. When I say assembly, we are not packaging plant. If you look at all our operations as Dangote, we actually add value. We take local raw materials and turn them into products and we sell. So which means it's a circular economy which we are practicing. Everything, is here. Everything is in Nigeria. The farmers, the banks, or maybe the people in the mines, the banks, everything is about local. And it is the main reason why we were number 2 in flour milling, but we sold it because the wheat is being imported from abroad. So the more wheat we use, the more jobs we create out there. And that's why we cancel that. We remain only in sugar. Salt is not really a very big business. So that's what we have done. And now, what are we doing? What we are doing, like what our group vice president, Mr. Alake, mentioned, is that we said that, yes, we are always the first mover. We always move first, then other people will follow. And we have never, ever, whether consciously or unconsciously, stopped anybody from doing the same business that we are doing. To the contrary, when you look at it, when we first came into cement production, it was actually only Lafarge that was operating here in Nigeria, which is Iwekoro, and then the one in Ashaka, in Gombe. Nobody ever called Lafarge, monopoly. But we, Dangote, the first plant we set up was what, 5 million tons. That was the first one, against less than 2 million of local production. But when we got in there, people now start saying, monopoly, monopoly. So, and this is really very disheartening when people keep talking about all this monopoly, monopoly. Monopoly, is this only when you stop people, you block them through legal means or whatever. No, it's a, level playing field where whatever Dangote was given, okay, in cement, for example, okay, other people too were given. In fact, some of them, maybe they even got more than us. Okay, we are always very, very careful. You heard what I said. In the refinery, we did not, and I repeat, we did not collect one single incentive from the federal government of Nigeria or from even the Lagos state of Nigeria. Yes, Lagos state, maybe they gave us a good deal, but we paid $100 million for the land. It wasn't a free land. We paid for it. Okay, so people are always looking at the different, other side. They are not really looking at the real picture. Okay, that's one. Number two, this country has been having